Thank you very much, President Lee, and thank you very much, members. I've asked Sasha to come up to be part of this presentation so that we've got an old person's view and a young person's view, which is certainly an issue. I was really thrilled with the way Friday turned out, and certainly the event at the dinner, the event itself, and the dinner the previous evening were all fantastic, and there was a real buzz amongst the students and amongst the sponsors, and we had great feedback from the sponsors, some of whom want to actually increase their participation next year. We were successful as a group. We had a good team working on sponsorship and raising $151,000 worth of cash and about $30,000 worth of contribution in kind, which makes it the third year in a row we've managed to increase the financial base of the Trust, and something we have to do for ensuring continuity of this event for the next however many years this club's going to continue to organise it. One of the big challenges we faced this year was our decision to go regional, and we established regional organising committees in Otago, Canterbury, Wellington, Hamilton and Auckland. Auckland was a problem, took us a long time to get there, but we finally got a group of Rotary actors who were very keen to be part of it, and they did a fantastic job up there. Manawatu took a long time to get off the ground, and in fact never got off the ground in time to produce a Central Districts competition, but they are now all set and raring to go. The other thing that we did this year, and this is why I've asked Sasha to stand up, we actually got really involved in Twitter and Facebook and those sorts of things, and trying to build a good interaction amongst students and amongst the alumni that we're creating. And I just thought I'd like Sasha to say a few words about that. She's had no warning about this. But because I think that there was a fundamental part of that which builds up an alumni group which will be 40 strong this year as a result of what we've done. And we're going to have a forum with the main public sector departments that are involved, so that's Treasury, MBIE, Education, Health, Ministry of Primary Industries, etc., next year, followed by, and asking them to set challenges for the alumni to apply their thinking skills to in terms of finding solutions to issues that the country faces. There's a significant interest in those organisations to get that sort of feedback from our alumni. But in terms of the social media stuff, etc., I'd just like Sasha to say a few words. Sorry to do this to you. No.
Not really. I'm getting used to it. It's okay. Yeah, so this year, I suppose my big push, just in addition to doing whatever Francis didn't want to do, was working on our website and our social media presence to just get a little bit more of that connection to people who may not otherwise know about Eureka, and sort of approaching students directly so that if those channels between schools and universities and things broke down a little bit, they were still getting that information. I think that's been very successful. I think in addition to what Lee said earlier about the message from Sam, we've also had 4 others that have emailed or written, and I even heard a couple of billets saying earlier that the people that stayed with them have texted to say that it was a wonderful event. They were just so excited for the opportunity, and the connections between the finalists themselves have just, I think, turned into something that will be, one, very helpful for them, but also very helpful for us in terms of outreach a little bit in the coming years to build on our number of entries and our number of supporting network. I know that just on Friday night we had an extra 17 Facebook followers in the space of, I think, about an hour as the winners and things were announced. So I think that's just an indication of people are reading those and people are taking note, and it's a good, quick way of getting messages out there. So, and I also know that some of our sponsors have been particularly kind to us on Twitter. So to be able to break into those networks as well is quite nice. We had a really good message from Spark New Zealand on Saturday saying how proud they were to be national sponsors, and so hopefully we can use that to kind of build those networks as well. So yeah, I guess just building for next year and things, but it's been so lovely to have that feedback from the finalists and from the sponsors coming from both ends to talk about how privileged they are to be a part of it and how they hope that it continues to go from strength to strength each year. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you very much.